There is like a spider living in the back of my head. Thumbs up for washing my hair. Hi guys! I haven't done a Christmas book haul yet. I know that every other booktuber on the planet has already done a Christmas book haul, but I ordered most of my books, so I haven't got them all yet. Because I ordered one from Book Outlet and that's taking ages. But what I can do a book on is just before Christmas I went to an op shop that I bought a few books from, and then on Boxing Day I bought a few books. And that's basically what this video is. It is also a book haul, and I think I'm doing too many book hauls. The op shop I went to was like sort of a vintage bookshop. It had not just books, it had lots of different things. It was antique stuff. Yeah, and it was really good price. Some were hardbacks, some were paperbacks, but the hardbacks I got were from a really popular author and they were only like $4, and you know, I just snapped them up. The first book I got from the op shop was Ruptured by Simon Lilac. Lilac. I believe this is a suspense mystery sort of thriller thing. I never know what my books are about, I just put them into whatever category I want. This was $32.99 at Dimmicks Booksellers. So, and then I took the sticker off, which originally had the price for the op shop, but I'm pretty sure it was like $2. So basically what this is about, I read the synopsis on the back. It's a school shooting that's committed by a teacher from the school that teaches there, and a woman is assigned the case. She's had much success with all her other cases, so she thinks that she's going to go into this case with no fuss and it's going to be all resolved at the end and stuff, and it's going to be resolved quickly. But that's not the case. She starts questioning why the teacher would do such a thing and why he would do all these awful things to these people. And it sounds pretty good. I like the cover. It's a shiny cover, even though it's a paperback. But I really like the sound of this, and I really like the cover, so I picked it up. And I just love to add to my horror collection. This is just under 300 pages, so it won't take me that long. And it sounds like a really captivating story. I've heard Pollen Banana's books talk about this author quite a bit, and I wanted to pick up his books for quite a while, but I just never got around to it, and he's just a classic writer. And so when I saw this in the op shop for like 50 cents each, I decided to pick it up. It's The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, and these were both like 50 cents each. And you know, I think this other maybe, I don't know anything. Heard Pollen Banana's books, Christine, talk about this so much, talk about these books, and she owns a lot of Dan Brown's, and she said that when she was reading Harry Potter that it put her in such a book slump, but you know, Dan Brown got her out of that book slump. So I haven't read Harry Potter yet. When I emerge into that book slump of reading and finishing Harry Potter, maybe I'll pick up these and see how we go. I'm really proud of myself so far. I haven't said excited once. Have I? Also, what I got from the op shop was 3 Penguin classics. The Affairs of Flavie by Gabrielle Chevalier. It doesn't have a synopsis on the back. It is actually a short little paragraph on the author himself and his career and his life. So I actually don't know what it's about, but it's got really tiny writing as well. But I like Penguin classics. I haven't read many, but I do like the sound of this. I did do a little research on it before this video. I am completely sold by the smell of this book. I'm done. The second Penguin book I got was The Case of the Half-Awakened Wife by Early Stanley Gardner. This too on the back has a little paragraph on the author, and it doesn't have what this book is about, like I said with the other one. I've read some Penguin classics and I do like them. The last Penguin book I got was Trouble Is My Business by Raymond Chandler. And again, I don't know what this is. There's a paragraph on the back about the author. And I am going to get this. I'll run to it soon. All the Penguin books seem to have like a universal font and writing style. The next book I got, which I didn't realise was non-fiction till I read the synopsis and looked about it online, and it is Get Her Off the Pitch by Lynn Truss. This is hardback and it's very pretty, and I thought this was fiction, but it's not. It's the story of a woman, which is hence Get Her Off the Pitch, and it's how sport took over my life, and it does sound very good, and it has quotes from people that have read this book and they said it's very humorous and funny, and the little synopsis here sounds very good, and I just thought I really needed a comedy book on my shelf because I haven't really got any humour books, and I thought that would be cool. I picked this one up and it was like $3 for a hardback, so that was very, very good. The next two I was completely taken by because I didn't realise that this person would be in an op shop, and I got two of his books and I just couldn't believe that these books would be in an op shop. They were both hardback. Mind blown. The first book was Insomnia by Stephen King. This is hardback. And it is one of his quite early books because you don't really see his, books like this in stores now, so that's why I go to the op shop and it's got his picture on the back, which is sort of an indication that it is his old books. But I like this cover. I actually really like it, and my brother saw it on my shelf and he got it off and looked at it, and he actually said he really liked it as well and it sounded really good. And I don't really know much about this book, but I was completely sold that it was a hardback Stephen King in an op shop. The next book I got was Nightmares and Dreamscapes, also by Stephen King, and look at this cover. Just beautiful cover, beautiful cover. And this also has the same picture as Stephen King. Look at the spine. Look at the gorgeous spine. Let's just judge this book on the cover and spine. So that was all the books I got from the op shop, and moving on to Boxing Day sale. The first book I got was by an author that I'd already read a book of. I have to check Goodreads because I don't really remember, but it was like a 600-page book and it took me like 200 pages to get into, but once I got into it, it was okay. I think I gave it like 3 stars, I don't know, but it was actually very, very good and I did really like it. So that's why when I saw this, and it wasn't very much, so I decided to pick it up. And I don't mind this author. I thought starting with a huge book by him was a bit of a bad idea, but I decided to pick it up anyway. And I actually looked up before I went to get that book from the library who is a good horror writer, and I came up with this author from Google Answers. No, it's Yahoo Answers. What am I talking about? It is The Fog by James Herbert. And I did do a review of his other book. I think it's called Crickly Hall, something along the lines of that. The video up here is where I did a review of his other book, a 600-page book. So I'll leave that here and link to it, and if you want to see the review of his other book you can click here. But I did pick this one up because I did like his other ones. I didn't love it, I liked it, but I still want to get onto another book. This is much shorter, so I think I'll like this more. This was just under 350 pages, so it won't take me long to get through. It's shiny. I'm blinding you. The next book I got is one I've been wanting to get for a while, and it is by an author I haven't read any from. Shocking. But It is The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. It is a crime fiction novel. Even though I haven't read Harry Potter, I really wanted to pick up another one because she's a popular author. It's just under 450 pages. This will take me a while, but I've heard it as a mystery, crime, thriller sort of thing, suspenseful, so I'm happy I own this now. And I own like a lot of J.K. Rowling books now, and I'm planning on picking up The Casual Vacancy, and I'll just keep picking up J.K. Rowling books even though I haven't read one of her books, because that's just what readers do. The next book I got was Firestarter by Stephen King. I've seen this a lot in Kmart, and when it was Boxing Day I just came across it, and I've already got a lot of books by Stephen King, so I decided to pick this one up because I trust booktuber reviews and I trust him as an amazing author, even though I haven't read a book by him, but I just know I'll love it. I've seen The Shining the movie, that's the closest I've ever gotten, but I love The Shining. So I'll be happy to read this. Don't really know what it's about. I think it's about a girl with a power to start fires, based on the cover and the synopsis on the back, so I'm happy to pick this one up. The next book I got was a Penguin classic, and it's Breakfast at Tiffanys by Truman Capote. I was watching a Baz Pierce video recently and he was talking about this book. I can't remember which one it was, but he was talking about how amazing Breakfast at Tiffanys was. So I haven't read it and I really wanted to, so I decided to pick it up. The first time I heard about this next book was from Ophelia Dagger, aka Old Hot Radio, and she was talking about this book, and I think she did a small review on it, like a mini review, and I think it sounded really good, and her witty review, I love her witty reviews, she's just sensational. But I really wanted to pick this up, and it is Wool by Hugh Howey. I got the paperback version, and it is quite dense, but apparently it's people living in an underground silo, and the only rule is to not question why you live there, but then someone does, and then the whole plot and thing unravels from there. That synopsis is totally going off Chelsea's synopsis from Old Hot Radio, so I trust her review on this, and she said it, I think she said she really liked it, so I'm happy to pick it up and like it as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you really liked this video. Go pick any of these books up and review them and talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye.